Hi everyone, how are you doing? It's your favorite philosopher, author, and poet, Solomon Lee. How are you doing? I know it's been a while since I've seen you all, but here's another video that I'd love to share with you. And like most of my videos in the past, it relates to the kitchen. So today I'm going to share with you my recipe for 1,000-year Longevitus soup, which is a special blend of my own concoction based on many years of research into alchemy as well as every field known to man. Now, if you're interested, you should actually start off with this book, which was one of my foundation knowledge books, which is called Chinese Natural Cures, and that's by Professor Henry C. Liu. Henry Liu actually gives you a very detailed, almost storytelling manner, which he uses to explore the principles behind Chinese traditional medicine, and in particular the use of food cures. But we won't go into that much detail about that today. Instead, what I want to do is go through the recipe for 1,000-year Longevitus soup, which, if brewed correctly and taken in the right quantities, should guarantee immortality for at least 1,000 years.
Disclaimer, may not actually provide immortality.
Like all things, there is a resubscription date, and 1,000 years is as far as I can push it right now. So let's have a quick look at some of the herbs that I'm using. Those of you who are very interested in your Chinese cooking and herb lore would recognize a few of these, but of course there's ginseng, which everyone touts as a miracle cure. I've also got good old-fashioned garlic and ginger.
Too much garlic! No such thing. Too much garlic!
Which I'm using over here. Now, the history of 1,000-year Longevitus soup, where to begin? I know, let me start at the beginning and tell you how I first discovered the recipe. And that's it, folks. That's simple as that. That's how I discovered the recipe for 1,000-year Longevitus soup, and that's why I look really good for my age. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have enough time to go through the step-by-step method of the recipe for preparing 1,000-year Longevitus soup. But if you'd like, you can simply click the link at the end of this video, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple of centuries. Cheers! And there we have it, folks. After 49 days of careful tincturing, I have finally created the special completed form of my 1,000-year Longevitus soup. Beautiful. Just look at that. Look at that. I wish you could smell this right now. I suppose in the future YouTube will have an immersive VR segment which lets you smell, taste, and feel what's happening, but I don't think we're there yet. Thankfully, because of this elixir, I will be there to see it. So this is the final process. You notice how red it's become, like a very deep cinnabar type of red, and this is extremely important, especially for those of you who do study alchemy. Western alchemy, for instance, talks about the 3 phases of alchemical transmutation to its highest form, the exaltation, and that involves normally a blackening phase with your raw ingredients, which allows you to sort of burn off and remove the impurities. The second phase is distillation, the white phase, which is when you actually gather and compound your the raw ingredients that you've managed to extract from the black phase. And finally, and most importantly, there's the red phase, which is when everything actually comes together. You could argue it's the transconfiguration stage of alchemy. And that's the rubidos phase that you can see here, very deep red. For those of you who like watching anime or even Harry Potter, anime being, Full Metal Alchemist, you'll notice that the deep red coincides with the color of the Philosopher's Stone. And that's because the Philosopher's Stone itself is a compounded, sort of distilled version of life. This is nothing so sinister, but equally powerful, if not more so, because I don't have to extract the souls of people around me to actually create this. Not that you know of anyway. But what I will say is that in addition to what you can see here, the goji berries, or lycium berries, I've also included the appropriate amounts of ginseng, ginger, garlic, black and white special rare funguses, spices which can only be found in remote corners of the world, and even, and this is between you and me, but trace amounts of gold and silver can be found inside this elixir. It's really quite a wonderful, and smells wonderful. and tastes wonderful as well. Part of that is probably the berries and the honey that goes into the process. I've even used a red wine vinegar as part of the pickling process to help me reach this final stage. And hopefully, you at home will, after a couple of, decades of trial and error, be able to create this very same recipe. And if you do, then I'll let you know now that you have been deemed worthy of joining us, the ranks of the immortal. But if not, well, you'll create something that tastes pretty good. So thank you very much again, everybody. This is Solomon Lee, your author, philosopher, and in this case, alchemist. Wishing you a long, long life. Take care. We'll see you in the next video. Amazing. Look at that. If you could smell this, I'm literally getting younger just by standing next to this steaming pot.